Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Peter with pdesignworks.com. In this tutorial, you'll be learning how to create some outlined and filled health icons in Adobe Illustrator. P-Designs is all about giving you guys step-by-step tutorials on how to use both Photoshop and Illustrator softwares to create outstanding graphic design works. From logo and illustration tutorials to effects and image retouching tutorials, all at P-Designs. If you know that's the kind of content you're interested in, make sure you hit that subscribe button and also hit the bell notification so as not to miss any future updates. Let's get right into it. The first thing we'll do is create the artboard that we are going to work on. So the artboard size I use for creating icons is 1000 by 1000 pixel. So I'll click on create new. So it brings out this interface. So you can either click it here or type it here. So it's been typed here, just click on create. So the first thing we'll do here now is check our view, check if your smart guides and your snap to pixel is turned on. They are very important. So they are turned on, so we can move on. As I've previously said, I'll be creating some set of health icons. So I'll be creating the icons in outline form and flat form. I'll be starting with the outlined form. So I prefer starting with the outlined form because it helps to create the flat version easier. So I don't start from my flat designs. So from the outlined, I then move to flat. So the first icon I'll be creating is the art bit icon. So to do that, the first thing you do is remove your fill, since we are starting with the outlined. And my outlined icons, I use a pixel of 10 to 15. Within 10 to 15, you can use anyone you want, but 15 is my sweet spot. So I come to stroke and make sure my corners and caps are rounded, and make sure this is in the center. And then we can begin. So to start, you take your rectangle tool, click and hold. If it's not there, you see your rectangle, and then draw a free rectangle here, like this. Align horizontally and vertically, like this. So you rotate it by holding shift so that it can maintain a 45-degree angle, like that. So next, we check on our reflect tool. It might fall on the rotate tool. You just hold it and click on the reflect tool, and then using alt and shift, you reflect it to make a copy of it, like that. And the same, another 45-degree the other side. So the next thing, you select everything and then select your direct selection tool and then round all the corners, like that. So then you select your shape builder tool and remove all the unwanted parts. So by holding alt, you remove all the unwanted parts, like that. So we have our heart icon like this now. As you can see, the icons are not joined. So to join them, you select the direct selection tool and then select it and join the bottom parts to right click and join, like that. So now they move together, like that. So you can scale it up a bit, align horizontally and vertically. So the next thing is to draw a bit. We've drawn the hearts already now, so we have to draw the bits like that. So to draw that, we'll click on the pen tool and then check. You see the smart guide is showing. So this smart guide now is what used to help us to ease our drawing. So it shows the center. So this is where you start drawing. So we just draw just an heartbeat, like that, like this, like this, like this, and we have our heartbeats. Like this. So group, you can scale it a bit if you want. Now we've drawn our outlined icon. So now to draw the flat icon, we have to use this outlined icon to form the flat icon. So the first thing we do is select our artboard icon, artboard tool, and then make sure this place is clicked so that we can move the design on it to the other side. We are trying to copy this artboard so that it copies it with this design. So Alt and Shift copies it exactly like that. So now this is what we are working on. So what I do is check if there is an open space within my icon, my outlined icon, and I can see there is an open space here. So any open space that is closed, like a closed stroke, any stroke that is closed, I swap it into a fill. That's the first thing I do. And then we can see that this bit is still there, it's not showing. If we can make it white, as you can see, it's already looking like a flat icon like that. Just doing that, simply doing that, we have a flat icon. So we can, to make it into real, because this is still a stroke, it's just looking like fill like this, but to make it into a flat icon, all you will do is expand this and then select it and then use your shape builder tool and delete all this, and then we have a flat icon. Simple. So the next icon I'll be creating will be the first aid kit. So that one is a bit simpler than this. So just copy. I'm not copying the design, so just the artboard like that. Like that. So I'll click on the rectangle tool here. Make sure we are using the black stroke, and then draw a free rectangle again, just like the previous one. This time wider horizontally, I mean. So align horizontal and vertical, and then curve the corners a bit like that. So draw another rectangle like this and make it a bit wider. Curve the corners to just a bit like that. Make sure it's aligned horizontally, and then select both and use the shape builder tool and remove the unwanted parts like that. We can make it even wider like that. Okay, so now we'll create a cross in the middle. Rectangle tool again. Let's create this rectangle like that. Make it horizontal. Use the reflect tool, Alt and Shift like that. Select both and remove the unwanted parts with shape builder tool as usual like that. So, and we have our first aid kits. So now they are separated to just like the hearts. So we'll join them using the direct selection tool. Join, 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 and join like that. Like that. Okay, so now we'll group everything and make sure they are aligned to the center. Select our artboard tool and copy. So click on this so that we'll copy the designs with it like that. Now the same style I said to create the flat design. So the opened one here, I mean the one with the closed, that is closed and opened, is the biggest one is this. So swap it, swap total. So the one here now is covered, so since it's covered, we'll make it white, and you see that it's looking better now. Another thing we can do now is to let there be a space here so that it can be more defined and more better. So to do that, click on the body of the first aid kit, go to object, part, offset. So we'll offset it by 15 since we are using 15 pixel, like that. Okay, so now we'll select everything and then remove this part, like that. And then we have an even better flat design. Can make it like this, and we have our outlined and flat design for this. So the next one we'll be creating now is a bandage or a plaster. So we'll click on the artboard tool and then untick this, Alt and Shift to create a new artboard, and then we select on our rectangle tool, create another rectangle just like our arts in the beginning, line horizontally and vertically, curve the corners a bit, not fully like the heart icon, Shift and Alt just like that as well, reflect tool and reflect it to the other side, Alt and Shift as well, like that. Group, like that, on group. So now we'll remove the unwanted parts, so which is this part. We can remove this part, either of the two parts. So we have our bandage. So we take this now and object, parts, offset parts. So we want to create a small part in the middle. Let's do -15, no, -25, sorry, -35. I think this is good. It's 35. And then we drag it up. Like this. Make sure it follows the guide. So that is why the guide is very important. Select this as well. Drag it, follow the guide. Like that. So we'll create a circle, swap to fill, then just create a small circle. You can measure it with this to make sure it's the same. Yeah, it's exactly the same. So create 2 copies, select the 2 and copy, like that. Duplicate, Ctrl D, like that, and we have our bandage. So this is the outline version of the bandage. So as usual, we'll copy, click this, and then Alt and Shift, like that. So for this, as you can see, we have 3 different open spaces. Okay, this is not open yet. This is not open yet. To make it opened, let's select the 3 and then use the shape builder tool and click these 2 parts, so they become closed like that. Yeah, so now there are 3 different closed openings. Yeah, so just like the previous ones, you click the openings and then reflect, then swap to fill. So as you can see, as we swap to fill, we can't see anything. So but what can we do, since using this image that style cannot work? So what can we do here? So what we can do is copy this, Ctrl C, Ctrl F, and then this middle one, and then swap to stroke again, turn the stroke to white, and increase the pixel to 15. And then we can see there is now a space in between them. So this fill also will change to fill and change to white, and we have our bandage, the fill design of our bandage. Note that that this is not the final flat. We'll still come here just like I did for the first one, expand like that and select and make it actually a flat design. So this is our flat design. So but it's looking like that here because of the whiteboard, but it's easier to create your icons, your flat icons like this. So we have that. So the next one is a syringe. So we'll click on our artboard tool again and then copy it down. We don't need the design. So click on our rectangle tool. So to draw a syringe, another rectangle like that. So sorry, we'll make it into stroke 15. Like that. Align horizontally and vertically. So another rectangle again. Like this. So select this both sides and like this. Another rectangle, smaller one. Line horizontally like that. Stroke here. Shape it that tool to remove the unwanted parts. So another rectangle here. Line horizontally. Now select using the direct selection tool and curve here a bit like that. And now like this. So we have our syringe here. Group. On group. We can also add like description or name here. Like this. Ctrl D and that. Okay. Should be that, so the unwanted parts like that. And we have our syringe. Yeah. Group, align horizontally and vertically group. So now we have our syringe. Now to turn it into the flat design, Alt and Shift as usual. So from here we have a lot of closed opened spaces like that. So to make sure they are closed, you use your shape builder tool and create the spaces like that. And now we turn them into, swap them to fill as we did the rest. Swap to fill. So as you can see again, everything is joined together. So to separate them again, same as the rest, select them like this, and then Ctrl C and Ctrl F. Now swap to stroke, turn it into white, and then make it into 15, just like the rest, like that. So from this we can see that it's looking more like a filled icon. So all we'll do is remove the unwanted part here, delete this part using the scissors tool, make sure all the strokes are with flat caps, butt caps. Turn this into white as well. Like that. The only problem now is this part. So arrange and bring to front. And now we have our syringe. Arrange and send to back. So I'm simply bringing that to the front and sending this to the back so that it looks better. So this is our field icon. So if we want to change it into the real field icon, all you need to do is uncheck all the fill and then object expand like that, same as the rest. Selection shape builder tool and then delete all the white parts. And voila, we have our field icon. So you can join all this together as well. Join all this together. All these are finishing touches like that. Join all the rest together. We have our field syringe as well from this outlined icon. So that's how we do it. So the last icon I'll be creating is the pill bottle, the bottle containing the pills or drugs. So to do that again, Alt and Shift. We don't need this design like that. Our rectangle tool again. So it seems we are using rectangle for almost everything, but it's not all icons that you need the rectangle for, just because of what we are drawing. So rectangle like that. Align horizontally and vertically. Another rectangle. Horizontally. Remove the unwanted part. So curve around these corners a bit, the cover of the drug, and then prescription, the details about the drug. Yep, this is pretty easy. This is our pill bottle. So this is easy to form into flat design. Let's copy it here, same as before. Make sure these two are closed, and then swap to fill. Now copy the two, Ctrl C, or you can copy just one, Ctrl C, Ctrl F, swap, (15) white, like that, and make this white as well. Can copy this as well, F, swap, white, (15). Yeah, and we have our flat icon. So same as before, turn them into strokes, into shapes, I mean. And then same as before, use your shape builder tool to remove them. Just like that. And we have our flat icon. If you have any question, feel free to leave it in the comment section below. And please remember to like as well, so as to help others find this video. Also subscribe and click the notification bell so as not to miss more content like this in the future. Thank you.